Montana is one of many states across the country facing a looming teacher shortage. Districts across Montana are adapting to keep their classrooms covered. Now we have Montana Free Press reporter Skylar Wispens, who just published a two-part report with support from the Education Writers Association examining the new staffing solutions and trade-offs. She joins us now for more on this from Missoula. Skylar, thanks for being here. Your reporting looks at how the four-day school week worked in schools all across the state. One example in your story was Stanford, Montana. How did the four-day school week work for Stanford schools?
Thanks, Augusta. I went to Stanford. It's a rural community southeast of Great Falls that has a Class C school with about 100 students K through 12. They've struggled to keep teachers and found that the four-day school week did help their staffing issues since putting it in place in 2020. An annual report released this year from the National Education Association found that Montana ranks last in the country when it comes to average starting teacher salaries, and average teacher salaries are also near the bottom when compared nationally. The music teacher in Stanford told me that the four-day school week turned out to be one of the deciding factors when picking which district he would accept a job at in the state. Craig Crawford, the district superintendent, said he's maintained high retention rates since the schedule change, between 95 to 100% each year. He said he hasn't had to utilize emergency authorizations to fill positions and has noticed that teachers aren't March tired anymore.
Skylar, you also looked into several districts of varying sizes. Were there similar results in terms of recruiting and retention at bigger schools?
It's difficult to say as there isn't much research yet into this area, and teachers typically not understood like the exact reasons why teachers might be leaving their positions, for retirements and things of that nature. However, most administrators that I spoke with noted that the move to the four-day school week had positive impacts on staff recruitment and retention. However, it's not like applicants are flooding into these school districts. In certain cases, it has given districts a slight competitive edge in the persistent teacher shortage that the state is experiencing.
And Skylar, what are the learning outcomes for students being in the classroom for just 4 days a week instead of 5?
I examined several different bodies of research, and there's several things to consider. According to data provided to me by the Montana Office of Public Instruction, between 2017 and 2022, students on four-day school weeks had lower math and reading proficiency rates compared to their peers in school 5 days a week, though that gap has narrowed since 2020. However, schools on four-day school weeks typically have higher graduation rates. The OPI acknowledged that school size, demographics, and economics may be factors for the differences in this data. I have more details about this in my reporting online.
All right, Skylar, thank you so much. To read that full report, go to montanafreepress.org or ktvq.com. We'll also have Skylar back in a bit for part 2 of this series where she looked at the impact on food insecurity. Thank you.